following the work of Anti-Corruption Ireland will be aware that before Christmas, in fact going back to October, we asked the Department of Health, run by Stephen Donnelly, to please provide proof that this virus exists. And in the days before Christmas, they had to admit that COVID-19 has not been isolated or purified in a lab, therefore scientifically it has not been proven to exist. We also asked the Department of Health, the HSE, to please provide proof that lockdowns have any impact on the spread of viruses. We also asked them to provide evidence that masks have any impact on the spread or otherwise of viruses. And we asked them a number of other questions, very important questions in relation to the agenda for this particular lockdown that we have been going through. Today, on Sunday of all days, the HSE came back with the following replies. Now, this time they came within their deadline. In fact, they didn't need to reply for another few weeks. But the replies are absolutely fascinating. And the truth trailer is here, along with a Garda checkpoint, which has been permanently set up outside this criminal enterprise now, which in itself is ominous. But I'm going to read to you now the questions that we asked and the replies, and they are as follows. In relation to lockdowns, we asked the Department of Health, HSE, to provide all or any evidence that they have held here on record describing the proven scientific effectiveness of lockdowns. And we're talking about the fact that our children cannot go to school, our elderly are locked up in nursing homes, people are not allowed to open their businesses, people are not allowed to effectively leave their homes, they're under mass house arrest. The answer that came back is as follows. This body does not hold the records which you have sought. Records concerned do not exist. We asked the HSE to please provide evidence that lockdowns in regard to restrictions on the elderly have any impact. And again, the response is as follows. Today, Sunday, the 10th of January 2021, this body does not hold the records which you have sought. Records concerned do not exist. We went on to do an FOI on the effectiveness of masks, and we asked the HSE to provide the proven scientific evidence of masks or face masks as a means of limiting or containing the spread of Sars-Cov-2, COVID-19, or any viral pathogens. The response today from the HSE is as follows. This body does not hold the records which you have sought. Records concerned do not exist. We went on to ask the HSE if they could provide records in relation to the proven scientific safety of masks, and in particular with reference to the duration that a mask is worn. Today, the HSE replied as follows. This body does not hold the records which you have sought. Records concerned do not exist. We asked the HSE to please provide evidence that social distancing is based in science, that if you tell people to stay 2 meters apart, this can't just be plucked out of the air. There must be some scientific basis for it, that it actually works. And today they had to admit once again that they have plucked this out of thin air. And they have said, this body does not hold the records which you have sought. Records concerned do not exist. We asked the HSE and the Department of Health to provide evidence of the effectiveness of vaccines in relation to limiting or containing the spread of Sars-Cov-2 COVID-19. And does it provide, or do these vaccines provide the recipient with immunity against the vaccine? Wait for this one. The HSE has replied and said, this body does not hold the records which you have sought. Records concerned do not exist. We also asked the HSE and Stephen Donnelly's department to provide evidence that the Sars-Cov-2 COVID-19 vaccines are safe. And by safety, we mean the safety of the vaccine with reference to every category of person who is likely to receive it, including infants, children, pregnant women, persons with chronic allergies, persons with weakened or compromised immune systems, persons on long-term medications, and persons over the age of 75. Today, the HSE have responded as follows. This body does not hold the records which you have sought. Records concerned do not exist. The HSE has today admitted that they have nothing.